Hello and welcome to the Gadgets and Gizmos show on Headlines today. And FIFA World Cup is on and we are in Rio. No, we are not actually. But Sahil's joined by us on the show this week. Welcome, Sahil. I hope you're a good, huge football fan.
I am a very big, huge football fan, Siddharth, and I am rooting for England for this World Cup. And you know, with the likes of Rooney, Lampard and Gerrard, I think we're going to get there. We're going to take this cup and we're going to bring it home.
But I still think that Germany is a strong contender this time around. First up, we've got a showdown between two new entry-level smartphones. And what are the smartphones that we have, Sahil, with us today?
Well, I don't know about you, Siddharth, but in my hand, I hold the tremendously successful Motorola Moto E.
And what I've got for you guys is the all-new Micromax Canvas Unite 2. What will be the result between this big showdown of these two new budget smartphones? We'll tell you that in a while. But first, let's tell you what they have to offer in terms of specifications. The entry-level smartphone war is so on this summer. But first, Motorola, who is trying to make a re-entry into the Indian market, dropped the bomb with the Moto E. And now the king of budget smartphones, Micromax, came out with a counter-strike with the Canvas Unite 2. Let's tell you what these smartphones have to offer. Motorola Moto E sports a 4.3-inch touchscreen display up front, while the Micromax Canvas Unite 2 has a 4.7-inch display. Both the smartphones are dual SIM compatible and offer a decent build quality. Moto E comes with a 1.2 GHz dual-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 200 processor with 1 GB of RAM, and the Micromax Canvas Unite 2 offers a 1.3 GHz quad-core processor with 1 GB of RAM. The primary camera on both the smartphones is a 5-megapixel one, but Moto E lacks a front-facing camera, whereas the Unite offers a front-facing 2-megapixel camera. Both the smartphones offer 4 GB internal storage that is expandable up to 32 GB, and they are also priced at Rs 6,999. With specs so similar, it's tough to say who will be the winner in the budget smartphone race until now. Alright, those were the specs on both Moto E and Micromax Canvas Unite. So first, let's talk about the design on these new smartphones. Well, Sahil, shoot.
Well, in case of Motorola, they basically have this new design philosophy where they're keeping everything very simple and minimalistic. And with the Moto E, you know, it's no exception. It's got a very nice curved back edges to it. It's got a dimpled chin, and you know, it feels very light in the hand. And the viewing angles are also really good. So overall, I have to applaud Motorola for their design approach.
Well, they've got the same design going for both the Moto E and the Moto G over there. But of course, Moto E is priced at 7,000 rupees.
7,000 rupees, which is just stunning. I mean, you're getting so much for that little bit of money. I think it's a great bargain.
Well, Micromax Canvas Unite also comes at 7,000 rupees. And it is different. It is not like any other Micromax device that you've seen before. Of course, the design philosophies have been kept very simple with Micromax, and it's got a nice matte back finish to it. It's got more of a squarish design to it compared to the curved design that is there on the Moto E. In that one point that, you know, if you remove the back cover of the Moto E quite often, it will eventually go loose style. So that doesn't happen with Micromax. So in terms of build quality, we both agree that, you know, Micromax scores over the Moto E over there.
The loose back cover is a problem that I experience from time to time, but it's not a major deal breaker, Siddharth.
Alright, in terms of the design, the Micromax Canvas Unite 2 scores over the Moto E. So it's 1-0 right now in terms of the scores. So Germany's winning, guys. Germany's winning. England's losing. But anyways, let's talk about the display on both these smartphones. The Moto E has a 4.3-inch capacitive touchscreen display, I guess?
Yep, that's right. It also has a pixel resolution of 540 by 960, but of course that means it's not full HD, but that's not a big problem because the color reproduction is very accurate. The colors are very punchy and images are very sharp, and it looks really, really nice.
Well, the Micromax Canvas Unite 2, on the other hand, has a 4.7-inch IPS WVGA display. The screen on the Moto E, even I found it better than what it was on the Micromax Canvas Unite 2, because this one is a bit reflective as well, and under sunlight, I thought, you know, Moto E was like a better
looking screen. And
it was slightly less reflective.
Well, of course. So now it's safe to say that the Moto E scores back at the Micromax Canvas Unites
Yes,
in
so
terms
we
of the
are
display.
1-1 now.
Okay, the scores are at level. They're 1-1. In terms of the design, the Micromax Canvas Unite 2 wins, and in terms of the display, the Moto E rules any given day. Let's talk about the powerhouse, the specifications, the engine behind your smartphone.
The muscle power, absolutely. Well, let's start with the Moto E. It comes with 1.2 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. You get 1 GB of RAM and you got 4 GB of onboard storage, which is expandable up to 32 GB via micro SD card. But you know what? These are all numbers. What it really comes down to is user experience. It comes down to performance. Because this is how I judge a phone. If it works well, if there are hardly any lags, if you can get all your multitasking done, for me that is what a good phone is all about. And I have to say the Moto E delivers on all those fronts.
Well, in terms of the lag-free experience, if you talk about, the Canvas Unite actually has a 1.3 gigahertz quad-core processor as compared to a dual-core processor of the Moto E. But hey, we're not getting into, the core wars, the dual-core, the quad-cores, the octa-core wars that we've seen on these smartphones. Of course, in terms of the processor, it's got a Qualcomm one and Micromax simply does not. I also experienced a lot of heating issues with the Micromax Canvas Unite 2. The Micromax Canvas Unite is a little bit laggy, The touchscreen interface is not that smooth and it offers lags at times.
When it came to gaming on the Moto E, I was actually quite surprised because when you hear something like 1 GB of RAM and 1.2 gigahertz, you automatically think that
dual-core processor. Dual-core processor.
You automatically think, well, it's not going to be the best for games like Asphalt 8 or Dead Trigger 2. But I can say undoubtedly that any game I threw at this phone, it was absolutely fine with it. It handled it really well.
Well, I completely agree with Sahil that when it came to a user experience on the Micromax Canvas Unite 2, given that it has a quad-core processor on it, it wasn't that great an experience. But here's the USP of the Micromax Canvas Unite, Sahil. You will have to download all the language keyboards on the Moto E. While this one comes preloaded with many Indian languages. So that's one added advantage that you get, especially in terms of typing, texting, or even WhatsApping, in your local dialect. Don't you think so?
Well, I think that's definitely an added benefit, the keyboard feature, the language keyboard feature it has, and sadly the Moto E doesn't give you that. I think that, the Moto E has a slight edge because it doesn't have as many lags as the Micromax.
In terms of performance, who are we fooling? Moto E any given day scores over the Micromax Canvas Unite, given that it has a dual-core processor and not a quad-core one.
They're just numbers. They're just numbers.
They're just numbers, and talking about numbers, Sahil's Moto E has scored another point, so he goes 2-1 up in this competition. Okay, so the score is 2-1 and Moto E is winning. But that doesn't mean that Micromax Canvas Unite 2 doesn't have a few tricks up its sleeve, Sahil. So don't be happy as yet. Anyways, so when we talk about the camera on the Micromax Canvas Unite 2, Sahil, here's the beautiful part. It's got a 5 megapixel rear camera to it. Of course, it's a budget smartphone, so it has a 5 megapixel rear camera. But the USP over here, where it scores, is on a front-facing camera. This one has a 2 megapixel front-facing camera, Sahil. The camera, Sahil, the camera.
Oh, I was dreading this bit. Well, okay, let's get straight to it. The Moto E doesn't have the best camera in the world. Not even close to it.
Well, it doesn't even have the best camera in the world, and it does not have the front-facing camera too, which the Micromax Canvas Unite has to offer. And for selfie lovers, that is a deal breaker.
It's a very big deal breaker.
So anyways, when we talk about the image quality as well, Micromax Canvas Unite came out with better images as compared to the Moto E over there, and of course the front-facing camera is a big advantage. Everyone likes to click a selfie, Sahil. Do you want to click one? You can look in the front-facing camera of this one and click one. Do you want to do that? So in terms of the camera, there's a goal scored, Sahil.
2-all.
So in terms of the camera, Micromax Canvas Unite definitely is better than the Moto E. And now it's the battery, the Achilles heel of all smartphones.
Powerhouse of the smartphone, absolutely.
The battery on both these smartphones, the Moto E has what? Like,
It has a 1980 milliampere non-removable battery.
and it lasts for how much?
About a day.
About a day. And so does the Micromax Canvas Unite. It has a 2000 milliampere battery, just 20 more than the Moto E. That really doesn't make a difference. What makes a difference over here is that removable?
No, it cannot be removed.
And voila, I can totally do that with my Micromax Canvas Unite. Yeah, there you go, there you go. You can like see the phone in 3 pieces, you know, the back cover, the battery, and the phone unit itself.
Well, Micromax has just taken the lead. It's 3-2 now, thanks to a non-removable battery. So you have taken the lead, but just by default.
Just by default, and I think default is more than enough, Sahil, to declare a winner. Who's the winner? Who's the winner when it comes to an overall smartphone experience?
Well, I think it's safe to say that Moto E is no longer the undisputed champions of the budget-friendly phones. Micromax has just taken that reign.
And yes, Germany wins, England loses.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time either that England's lost to Germany.
So there you go, Micromax Canvas Unite 2 wins over the Moto E. The reign of Moto E is over. Both these smartphones are actually good, guys, but Micromax has that slight edge with a removable battery on it, and of course the camera on it, which, you know, a lot of people like on their smartphones, and even we like, right, Sahil? So, you know, we love the Moto E, but I think it's safe to say now that we love the Micromax Canvas Unite 2 more now.